Hello guys, and welcome to episode 42 of my Vistula campaign in Steel Division 2, playing on the Axis side. Previously, we managed to encircle both the center and the right hand side. It was awesome. Make sure to go check it out if you missed it. We had an awesome tank battle here as well against the 20th Tank Brigade. But now we're going to have to finish them off. We might end up ending the campaign today if we can encircle the Polish forces in good time, because they have reinforced with those. But for this turn, we just got to keep moving the rest of our units again. I'm going to keep all of these dug in as long as they're away from me. I don't really mind that much. We have potential here to push in and destroy some units. Like, for example, I could push in with the 3rd Battalion of the Infantry Regiment 232, I think. Yeah, and that will destroy that unit and leave us dug in. That's fine. I'm going to move these back up for the time being so they don't block the road. And then we're going to move this unit down. We're going to move this unit in the way as well. Okay. And then this one, I mean, maybe we could just bombard units so they can't keep moving. We bombard this one. Bombard this one. Keep all of those where they are. I'm going to move this one back down. I was moving it up to reinforce up here, but if they're all heading down, then we might as well follow. Continue down the main road. I'm going to want to keep these guys all pinned, so we'll make sure to bombard that one. I meant to click the 408th, but that's okay. We will bombard this one. And this artillery unit can probably just move forwards. Artillery is going to be the main priority here. And we let that unit recover, the 160th Tank Regiment, unfortunately. On this side, we're going to dig these guys in. And I'm going to keep carrying on with these fellas. But not before we move on with these guys. These can all just follow the road. And yeah, this one can move all the way down. And maybe we keep the units either side. I think I moved the wrong one. I meant to keep that one there. And then move this one instead. We can move that one and keep those dug in. Right, if we bombard that, that won't matter at all. So we'll do that. And we also need to bombard all of these. So bombard this one. Bombard this one. Bombard this one. And bombard this one. They'll all be disorganized next turn. We can just move in and destroy them. We'll move our troops forwards on this side. I'm going to keep those two as they are. We're going to move infantry up with our panzer regiments. And of course the artillery needs to move up as well. I'm in range actually to bombard this unit, then I should. Good. The 173rd Tank Destroyer Battalion can keep creeping up on the left side. I have to be a little bit careful about this AA and leaving it behind, but for now it's all good. Okay, so left flank's moved. All of the units behind the lines are moved. We've moved all of these forces. I've got to keep these coming down the roads. It's not too much of a priority as to where they go, honestly. Most of the units in the centre, though, can just be used to bombard and then stay where they are. So we'll bombard infantry units specifically. If I can bombard this 466 then I will. Okay, cool, that works. And we'll bombard the 749th. And we'll bombard the 15th Guards. And we can also bombard the 9th Guards. Okay, so we don't have to worry about attacks from any of those. This unit is just going to come all the way down here. We can move up these artillery pieces. Think I can move that in there? Risky. I'm going to dig these in. The 3rd SS Recon Panzer Battalion can move back. We didn't quite manage to get through this breakthrough. That's a shame. I'm just going to shift this over to reinforce the 3rd Battalion and the 5th SS if they get attacked by the 11th Tank Corps next turn. The only big battle that we might have. And the vanguard of the Hermann Göring can just continue to the right-hand side. All of these were moving to the right as well. I'm surprised this 4th Recon Panzer Battalion can't move that far. Because it's a recon unit. Normally they can go quite far up. These guys we can all just have come down the motorway. Okay. While they are moving, let's just double check the front line. Could get rid of this unit, but I think we're just going to stand next to it. The right flank's done. Yeah, all of these are moved. I think that's it. Yeah, I think we're just moving on to the next turn again. If there's any units that I do need to bombard or whatever, then we can do that with the bombers. But I don't think there really is. I will just move on. Oh, the 5th SS Recon Panzer Battalion did get hit by the 295th Guards Rifle Regiment. I didn't think they were going to be in range. We're actually going to have to play this out. I'm going to bring in all of our Air Force to help them out. We've got plenty of Ju-87s that we can use, and HE-111s. HE-111s might be fun. And then maybe some aircraft as well, some fighters, because then they won't have any air cover, or, well, anti-air cover. So the enemy might bring in their aircraft as well. Yeah, they did. Okay, let's go. Looks like it's just going to be an air battle with some infantry play. This is going to be fun. My Recon Panzer Battalions have been probably the MVP of this campaign. They have held back so many things. We're up against the 70th Guards Air Assault Regiment and the Polish Mixed Air Regiment. I think the Polish Mixed Air Regiment is IL-2s. And then there's the 295th Guards Rifle Regiment that we've got to deal with. Do we have anti-air? Because that's probably something I want to focus on first. We do not. Okay, so it's really going to come down to my fighter control and then my Ju-87s. But we will start with, you know, pretty much everything. We can't really go wrong here. I can bring in like my Pak-36s to get transport snipes and all that good stuff. So we're going to make sure we do all of that. And yeah. Right, that's the AT guns down. I could use 250-10s, but it's risky. I'm going to bring in a couple MGs. We'll put one in the tower there, one on the hill. I'm going to bring 3 Pioneers here. 2 into the trees. We'll do the same on the right. We'll do all 5, but we'll split them up. We'll do 3 up top. And then 2 into the trees. I do have the 251-9s as well. I'm going to have a couple of them move over here. And then one move up maybe the right-hand side. Like so. In the center, we can get an MG down. And then it's a matter of my aircraft. So I think my best bet would be 1,000 kilogram bombs. And we're going to need a couple fighters. Actually, we're going to bring in 3 fighters from the start. Launch the battle. Going to bring in my fighter control as well. We're getting 9 points per minute, so I should be able to keep up air control throughout. We've got a lot of stuff on the ground. Might be worth me just strafing some of these. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot down that IL-2. Bombs away. Okay, nice. That was a good hit. Look out the IL-2. Nice. I'm going to move my pioneers into cover. All good. I'm going to have to strafe that OB to death. And with my other fighter, that can kill the IL-2. I'm going to need some more infantry on this right hand side. On the left, I feel like we could probably push through a little bit. I don't think there's too much here. Guess we'll find out. Another IL-2 down. This Vockerwolf's having a field day. Look at that. Just going in, annihilating these. Very nice. Okay, these pioneers do need to push. And now we're in position on this hill. I am going to grab the 250-10s. Just transport sniping purposes. Alright, let's get more fighters in, because these fighters are soon going to be out of fuel. I destroyed one of my half tracks there. I'm slowly trying to sweep them out. Let's grab some more pioneers for the center, and then we can push across with cover. Okay, let's keep these pioneers moving up. We'll have to be careful about artillery. That might actually do some serious damage to us. Okay. Let's see if we can push out of here. Alright. Spread out these pioneers, start making some ground. These half tracks, demolishing those Guardia. What would have been nice about this battle is if we could have brought in the other guards unit that was behind the first, because then we could have disorganized them both and stopped them from pushing through to the line. And we're going to stop them regardless, but it's a little less efficient doing it this way. Let's get some more fighters to hang out. And I'm also going to bring in these Focke-Wulf rocket planes. They're pretty good for sniping these Avtos. At least like pinning them down nice and quick for us. Oh no. Okay, it missed. That would have been bad. I lost the unit of pioneers though. Oh, it was the pioneers on the hill I think got killed. Nice triple surrender there from the Focke-Wulf. Perfect. I'm not too concerned about my half-tracks getting killed. Doesn't really matter all that much. Okay, the other thing that I should be focusing on is bombing the crap out of their artillery. So, let's go ahead and grab some more 1,000 kilogram bombs. They do take a long time to reload, but gonna give us a chance to take them out. By the G111 to the left there. Where's that artillery? Unit needs full back. There's one, there's one. Cool. That'll do. Right, let's bomb the edge of that hill as well. Lovely. Good hit. I don't even need these to really push across, so I'm not sure why I'm trying to make them. See those bombs land, they just do so much damage. Actually, ridiculous. I need one more flag, come on. Got a couple more pioneers that can push up. We got 5 minutes left. Let's bring in the 8 250 kilogram bomb variants. We get some damage done. Definitely take out the SG actually, that's a good shout. On the back, my Focke-Wulf can probably take out the low health mortars. Okay, that did some damage. Some good damage there as well. Gonna be my recon unit up on the hill, I think. Okay. That's more Avtos. I was throwing the grenade there. Let's make sure we take out that AT. We're gonna have to bring in more fighters actually. Guess I'm gonna have them hanging about. Rocket plane can help kill off that 120. Okay. Yeah, I might strafe that Cavadia so it stops killing my 251. Never mind, too late. Can strafe the Autos though. Okay, we're nearly there. 40 seconds left. I'm gonna maintain hold on these flags. And then job done. That IG actually ran out of HE shells. Job well done, as far as I'm concerned. Could maybe try and reload it, but no point at this point in the game. Okay. Strafe the AT gun there. Go to victory. 30 minutes, 19 seconds, 10 losses. It's mostly half tracks, I think. And then loads of kills, including a lot of aircraft. Great stuff. Alright, lovely battle. Polish Air Force trying to come to the rescue. A lot of Soviet aircraft in there as well. Apologies about the camera, I can't really control it when it's trying to move those units across the map. I mean, completely blunted that attack. That's going to be disorganized. It's really nice. Alright, let's see if they attack us anywhere else. One thing I do want to look at is the casualty list, so we'll do that in our turn. We'll have a look at how many people have died during this engagement. They're all just trying to get back to friendly lines right now. If we completely put their front line in disarray. Now we're just completing what would normally be like a blitzkrieg kind of tactic, where we just continue pushing forwards whilst we leave backline units to mop up. And we just keep making more and more ground. There's no way that I'm going to be able to catch every unit, so that's something. And by that I mean, because there's going to be a lot of units that are out of line of sight, as we advance through the rest of the turns, it's going to... Oh, we got Array got hit again. It's going to be hard to like find all the units that have been disorganized in the middle of nowhere. I guess we do have a lot of units to move forwards, but sweeping through like that's going to take a little while. We'll try our best. What I'm most likely going to do is just get to the edge of the map, control the most of this area, and then we'll just call it there when we get to the last turn. Okay, these Polish troops aren't helping themselves. Sounds like there's more stuff down here by the airfield. But we're on to our turn. The 30th Guards Independent Tank Regiment has come to say hello. Alright, well, let's move across like this, and like so, and like so, and like so. Okay. I don't know if I should like walk out onto the road here or off the road here. I think maybe we do. Okay, this unit's just gonna cut all the way past. These two can continue down. Kosman can go to the left. And then what we can do is move this one over slightly. And then down. Okay. Kalno can come this way. I'm probably just going to go around these guys. See what's coming. There are some more tanks. This is the Polish Tank Brigade on their way. The Polish are really trying to do their best to reinforce right now. But that ain't happening. Alright, let's have a look at these disorganized units. We need to destroy these in the best way possible. I'm probably going to hit these guys first. Okay, then we can destroy that one with this one as well. And then we can attack this one, probably with this one. Not sure where that pushes them. That's fine. They're still in range. Okay, they are all dead. That encirclement is complete. And you can see just how long that took to make that happen. But now we've got to do that for the entirety of this front line, right? So it's going to take its sweet time. Loads of units like moving into the fog of war. And probably destroy the 20th Tank Brigade, but it would leave us in range of the 65th Tank Brigade. Unless we want to destroy the 65th Tank Brigade as well. I think at this point I just continue with what I'm doing and we just keep our distance. So I'll still put my tanks kind of like in the way of their tanks. But all of my infantry units can continue to close the gaps. Putting a load of infantry and stuff in the way of these Polish troops that are looking to get back to their friendlies. Right, this infantry can move all the way down. They might end up blocking the road if I'm not careful. And keep running down behind these guys. Will also allow me to keep eyes. They might be able to attack those actually. I'm just going to move up next to these guys. Alright, so this line's held its position. We're going to keep bombarding the units that are in front of us. But I'm still not going to go anywhere. Pushing up the artillery actually to kind of chase the enemy. Not a bad idea, just so that we can keep more units in position. So just going to continue to do these bombardments. Okay. Get in there. And before I forget, let's take a look at the casualty list. So far, we've lost 3,554, 3,054, sorry, soldiers, which is 9% of our infantry. We've lost 1% of our artillery, 9 lost there, and 67 tanks gone down. That does include 88s apparently, Anguillas, and well, actually that includes tank and AT. Okay, and then aircraft we lost a bunch of ME-109s, Ju-87s, and some HE-111s, and a few Focke-Wulfs. On their side of things, well, they've lost 96 battalions. We haven't lost a single battalion. They've lost 96 battalions. They've lost 47% of their infantry, which is 826 men. They've lost 1,134 artillery pieces, including 565 82mm mortars and 322 120mm mortars. They've lost 1,591 tanks and AT, including 162 T-34-85 1943s and 182 T-34-85 1944s. That's a lot. And their aircraft, they've lost 98% of their aircraft, which is 169 aircraft. Well, there we go. Insane. Feel free to go back and pause that if you want to take a better look. Okay, not sure it's really worth moving these down, but we'll just continue to do so whilst I look at what I need to do. The main thing is just continuing to push ahead of them now that we got behind them. And also get these infantry to the airfield and these units as well to the airfield so that we can just cut off the last reinforcement point on this bottom side. I'm pretty sure that's where it is. All this artillery needs to continue to move over because we can probably catch out quite a lot of these if we move all of these down the road. Just waiting currently for my guys to get to Warsaw. Alright. Imagine being that unit, like called for the defense of Warsaw, and then you get told when you arrive that the front line is pushed all the way back. You'd be like, oh my, got a long way to go. Okay, I'm actually going to bring this AA further down. It might be worth just like stopping the use of AA, because they keep like attacking my AA nets, and then I lose units unnecessarily, because we don't end up shooting any of theirs down, because they don't have many left in their units. They still have like the unit available, but it's empty. Pretty weird. Anyway, what I could do here is just bombard both of these. That's what I'm going to do, and we're going to drive around them. I'm just going to put my Panzer regiment on the main road. If I can. Doesn't look like I can at the moment. I can also start bombarding these guys. And this artillery can just keep moving down. I'll have to keep these two there to keep these two bombarded, but other than that, we're all good. You just carry on. Okay, so that's all of those moved. Yeah, the main front line doesn't really need to go anywhere. And maybe we could push into this salient a little bit. I do have the Recon Panzer Battalion here that could chase things down a little bit and give us some information. We can also send down the 1st Battalion of the SS Panzer Regiment 3 straight into that gap. Yeah, we'll bring a few units into there. But I think that's it. As long as I've bombarded every unit that has the potential to attack, we can just watch them move and then see how we do. I do need to... Do I not have artillery for this side? I guess not. Keep these moving. And get the AA closer as well. Not that it matters. I could probably just leave it there at this point. Let's move on to the next turn. Oh, we're moving through turns so quickly now. You imagine the time when we were taking, you know, 2 whole episodes, like a solid hour and a half, 2 hours to get through each turn. Finally, we're near the end enough that we're progressing very fast. The right flank got disorganized or ran out of fuel sooner than later, so that's going to be 1 turn ahead of the center line in terms of disorganization. They will be disorganized next turn on the right hand side. In the center it'll be 2 turns time. And we're going to want to keep going here. I don't necessarily want to let them build up and then just attack into us. That would be bad. We are very close to getting to the front line on the right hand side. They've actually set up an air force there. Okay. Like air interception. I guess what I could do is send my own aircraft to get rid of them. I don't know if that would work though. We'd probably end up just losing aircraft unnecessarily. As long as we're not taking any fights, we should be okay. And we've got plenty of artillery to kind of hold them back. Nice to see these units continuing forwards as well. I can maybe cut them off next turn. It might leave me a little bit close if I go to it. Oh, we got it. Okay, we move those down. Perfect. We found their airfield. Now all of those units are kind of just stuck there. We can move away from them or around them, whatever we want to do. Keep these bombarded. It's just a matter of keeping the things we need to bombarded. And then we can see how far we can get these guys. Alright, we'll send this unit that way because they are heavier and there's more likely to be reinforcements here. And then this one can come to the center of Cock. Then we'll move these guys across. Belgrade Maya can head down. The link up there. And then Kosman can carry on as well. We're going to use the 5th SS Recon Panzer Battalion to cut off the right hand side again. Okay. The classic move the Panthers through the swamps tactic. I'm going to hold these guys back because they're kind of stuck. And then these guys, I'm going to probably have to keep them on the road. I'm going to move them off there to get rid of that little bit of territory, but we'll keep them there for the time being. These ones can shadow them on the side. We're going to have these ones sort of follow them down behind as well. Cut them off on the motorway. Okay. Right, again, we're bombarded on this top side. We won't have to worry about a lot of these forces soon, because next turn they will be disorganized anyway. And we can just kill them all. Continuing with the bombardments. Not going to bother moving any of these rear units anymore, it's just a waste of time. But I definitely do need to keep up the bombardment on the front line for just a little bit longer. 2 more turns. Okay. One thing that would be nice for the campaign is if you could kind of queue orders. Because I am finding that that's something that is slowing down my movement quite a lot. I'm going to keep the artillery moving forwards. Maybe we can get some shots onto both of these tank units so we don't have to worry about them. Right, these can start moving down the road. Need to keep blocking this 4th Guards Recon Squadron. It's making quite a lot of ground. Okay. Curious to see where these guys go. Gonna leave those there. We can keep moving up with this infantry. These infantry regiments are actually really useful because they have decent movement on rough terrain. So they're really nice for kind of cutting off units or sort of following units across this kind of terrain. Alright. This one's going to bombard here. And then I guess we just keep carrying on down. Alright, is that everything done? Again, we're not moving this side. Some of these guys could probably move on. I keep that one there just in case. This one can come down. This can keep moving down the main road behind to see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, if you were the Soviets right now, you'd be in complete disarray. Okay. Let's move this one over. And then I think that's everything done. Let's move on to the next turn. All of the units on the right side are disorganized. All of the units in the center will be disorganized next turn. If the Polish try and retreat now that they've been encircled, I'm curious. The aircraft coming out for air interception again. Now that all of these are disorganized, we can actually start moving back up. But the Vistula battalion, 73rd, is under attack by the Polish. The 1st Tank Brigade HQ, the 1st Recon Battalion, and also the 1st Motorized Rifle Battalion. There's a lot of Polish troops coming our way. So I think what I'm going to have to do today is leave it here. Next time around, it will be the end. I'm pretty certain of that. Most of their forces will be disorganized, and then I just got to sweep things up. We got to get to the edge of the map, clear up as many units as we can before the end of the campaign. And yeah, been a long time coming, but we're pretty much there. So we'll fight this out next time around. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.